them, follow them, and it's not grievous, it's not hard. It's just a matter of how much you want to please the Most High so these plagues don't come upon you. Simple as that. You can try and go any way you want to, but you better follow His way. His way is the only right way. I don't care what man say. You better listen to what he's saying and hear him clear. Look at Psalm 78. He put forth his hand. And look at the Most High's hand. Psalm 78 and 43. How he had wrought his signs in Egypt and his wonders in the land, in the field of Zoan, and had turned their rivers into blood. We read about it. Turned their rivers into blood. He said he's going to do it. He's not a man, he shall lie. He did it. And their floods that they could not drink. He did diverse sorts of flies among them. Different kind of flies. Not just one fly, different kind of flies among them, which devoured them, and frogs, which destroyed them. He gave also their increase unto the caterpillar, had the caterpillars come eat the crops up, and their labor unto the locusts. He destroyed their vines with hail. You read about this. And their sycamore trees with frost. He gave up their cattle also to the hail, and their flocks to hot thunderbolts, lightning hitting them. Because remember, the hail in itself had fire mingled with it. He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger. Let me read to you again. He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath and indignation and trouble. How? By sending evil angels among them. So he created evil. Satan actually put forth his hand, so he created Satan for the evil. That's why he said don't eat of what? The tree of good and evil. But Satan offered it to the Adamites, starting with Eve and Adam. And they ate of it. Here we are being born into it. It's his world. Because we chose to allow him to have it, instead of eating of the tree of life. And be with the Mashiach Yahushua to the glory of the Most High forever, as we are working on getting there, since the kingdom is already prepared for us. It's just we have to get ourselves together for this kingdom that's already prepared for us, people. It's not a hard situation. It's already prepared. He's just waiting on us. It's on us to be obedient. And it's beautiful that regardless of how anybody look at us as Hebrew Israelites, we all talking about keeping those laws. And that's something that was not prevalent in the 90s, in the 2000s. Now, 2010 on, it's beautiful to hear everybody saying we got to keep the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. It's beautiful. The kingdom of heaven comes without observation. It's right there in your face. So say, then they're going to know who is chosen. He already told you. You're going to know. He just said we're going to deliver us from. We have to be delivered. And only the Most High can do it. He's worthy to be praised for everything. This is what it says. Verse 49. Psalm 78 and 49. He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath and indignation and trouble, by sending evil angels among them. That's what he did. He sent evil angels among them to destroy them. Look at Ecclesiasticus 39. 28. Ecclesiastes 39 and 28. There be spirits or angels that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sword strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. What are these spirits? What are these angels? Fire. First one is fire and hell. We just read about that hell and that fire that was within the hell. And famine. We read about famine. We got to be saved from the famine that's coming on this earth. And scorpions. The tails of scorpions. Serpents. Poisonous snakes. And the sword. Modern day sword is the guns. Punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth. You hear what these spirits, these angels, all these destructive angels are? They right here on the earth. They shall be ready upon earth when need is. Whenever there's a need, they right here on this earth. And when their time has come, they shall not transgress his word. They're going to do exactly what the Most High wants them to do. Oh yeah. This is the beautiful gospel. I love it. Why I love it? Because it brings the knowledge of the Most High to you beyond what's being taught in these secular churches, or where you can go to try and find him. From there, let's look at Job 27. Job 27th chapter. In the first verse. Job 27 and 1. Moreover, Job continued his parable and said, as the Most High liveth, who have taken away my judgment, and the Almighty, who have vexed my soul, all the while my breath is in me, and the Spirit of the Most High is in my nostrils. So this is another means of the Spirit of the Most High. Is the breath of life. The Spirit of the Most High is in my nostrils. That's why whenever you notice anyone dies, what stops to exist? The breath, breathing. You see how it is? Verse 2, as the Most High liveth, who have taken away my judgment, and the Almighty, who have vexed my soul, all the while my breath is in me. You've been able to, the ability to breathe. You've been able to breathe. And the Spirit of the Most High is in my nostrils. See? You've been able to breathe. The Spirit of the Most High is in you as long as you're able to breathe. Once you stop breathing, they say flatline. You're done. That's what happens. We know that as a fact. If you know anyone that ever died, look. Go back to the beginning. Go back to Genesis 2 and 7. Let's see what it says. Because all the answers are here in the Bible. It's just a matter of you can understand through the precepts. Job said once the Most High said all the breath of life is in his nostrils. Listen. Genesis 2:7. And the Most High formed man of the dust of the ground. So man came from the dust, the dirt of the ground. And breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And man became a living soul. So this body became living when the Most High breathed the breath of life into your nostrils. That's why when a baby come out, he can't breathe. So they smack him, then he get that first breath. And if he don't get that breath, then what happens? He dies. He dies. But if you get that breath, you start crying, ah. That's from the Most High. It's not from no doctor. It's what letting you know right here, telling you. Genesis 2:7. And the Most High formed man of the dust of the ground. You come from the dirt. And breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. See? He breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. Man became living as the Most High breathed in his nostrils the breath of life. See that air that he breathed in. It's allowing him to have the spirit of the Most High to enter in. But once the air stops flowing into the nostrils, into the nose, to the mouth, you're done. You're done. So the air that we breathe is of the spirit of the Most High. It's amazing, you know. It's like, look at 2nd Ezra 8th chapter.